After the Creator, with his own hands, molded our father Adam from clay. And after he blew into him from his spirit, the Creator then endowed our father Adam with intellect. Intellect being the only self-controlled instrument by which empirically the Creator is known, and the only way by which belief in the prophets can be realized. However, since the intellect cannot take responsibility for everything mankind requires, messengers were sent and divine books were revealed. In the empiricist view, one can claim to have knowledge only when one has a true belief based on empirical evidence. The empiricist whose comprehension of research is limited by only what they can feel, see, smell, and touch, is a prisoner of his own choosing, and not a free man of his spirit. The contemporary empiricists who have a belief in a creator, can work within these parameters only up to the point of where she or he does not effect a change upon the creator's creation. Specifically life. It is only in the case of religion that the empiricist does not take into account the witness testimony of any of the divinely revealed books, because modern research cannot agree with their timelines. Empiricism has taken many different names and guises, while patronizing and profligating the flat earth. Like a gestating sperm wriggling its way through womb after womb, to be born upon this flat earth as a diseased curriculum in the land of the empirical empire, Great Britain. The British did to empiricism just what the British do to everything they steal. They fried it up and served it with lots of bacon, at all their lodge meetings. The main chef de cuisine for this British fry-up was the acclaimed father of empiricism, and grand wizard and ascended master, Francis Bacon. Bacon, who was without any doubt the stand-in Antichrist of the late 16th and early 17th century, was empowered by his master with the original code of the English language called legalese. It was Bacon and his piglets that engineered empirical theory and philosophy, by any means necessary, into the flat earth, by convincing all of mankind that the shaitan did not exist. Bacon's raison d'etre from the re-engineering of empiricism was to try and create a tool for the exploitation of the collective thoughts and observing minds of the masses, a tool to data mine all known knowledge. What Bacon did was to redefine and remap all known educationally taught sciences, from their origins around the flat earth, and base them all for certification in the empirical empire of the British Isles. All known knowledge would now be taught in the English language. All the great seats of learning from the East had to be sacked and plagiarized, resulting in the colonial wars of the 19th century, and culminating in the Great War, which is still in progress. With their continuous rewriting and re-editing of the script, and the full and compliant cast of the flat earth at their disposal, their Great War has now been intensified by their empirical search for what they call the singularity. What is the singularity? The singularity is what they perceive the spirit to be. The spirit is what they crave and need to control. The spirit is coded. Knowledge of the spirit is only with the Creator. The Creator is one. Nothing has a share in his divinity. In the time of the prophet Moses, there was once a group of empirically inclined hypocrites, from one of the tribes of Israel. This is their story. They did not observe the sanctity of the Sabbath, and began to use deceitful means to avoid honoring the Sabbath, by placing nets, ropes and artificial pools of water, for the purpose of fishing before the Sabbath. When the fish came in abundance on Saturday as usual, they were caught in the ropes and nets for the rest of Saturday. During the night, the Jews collected the fish after the Sabbath ended. When they did that, the Creator changed them from mankind into monkeys, the animals having the form closest to humans. Their evil deeds and deceit appeared lawful on the surface, but they were in reality wicked. This is why their punishment was compatible with their crime. This story is explained in detail in Surah Al-Araf of the Quran. There is in this story an indication of how they empirically theorized the birth of evolution. Waste not, want not, so it would seem to them. The world is now an empirical movie reel in unreal time. The Truman Show effect, which was renamed the Mandela effect, and will soon be renamed again as The Crucifixion Effect, has reached the penultimate pause. The credits have begun to roll. The awards for the best scriptwriters and best editors are about to take the bow. The agenda was always 21. They will inevitably fail, just like Nimrod and Pharaoh before them.